So this project, we're going to be making a platform for a couple of compressors that are going to drive the automatic tool changer, or the ATC, on the ShopBot. And plus, I want to do some special features to the platform in the sense of making the compressors a little more vibration friendly because of how I'm going to pipe the air supply. In terms of how the piping is going to run, I want to minimize how much vibration the tools will actually be feeling. So what we're going to do is take a look at what I've got, and we will begin drawing the platform that we're going to make to rest these two compressors on. Let's move on. So what we're going after here is to get the spoil board moved over. So I've got some good uncut into material so I can pull a better vacuum. Yeah. Let's give it a try. Dang, lost that Z-axis. We're bumping into a limit is what it is. That's what it has to be. It was at 2, I told it to move to 8, 8, 5, and when it got down to the end, it may have hit the limit or it didn't. The issue that I have is I don't know if I'm going to get the Z moved high enough to start the tool path without really gouging into it substantially to begin with. Dang. No bueno. Ignorance is frustrating, and that's what you're viewing. It should be fine. I should have enough room. The next tool is going to have a greater Z. That is to be sure. Be sure. So the machine thinks its Z is 2. And I'll go with that. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. So I believe I may have just discovered that I was bumping into the maximum limit because what I've got is a material thickness of 3.3 inch, and plus I've got the bit hanging out at about 3.3 inch or 3.5 inch. Let's measure that. Yeah, the bit's hanging out at the same amount. Well, I've got the Z positioned at 3.5. I'm not losing the Z. I've got the length of the bit at 3.35. So just enough to hopefully get through the piece without bottoming the collets. But we'll be watching it really closely at that point. 3.3 is our cut depth. Our material thickness, right at 3.2. We're going to recalculate. You definitely lose prior settings, and that's what I'm learning. Edit. I want to slow it down. We've got to slow it down. Edit passes. I want very little stress laterally on the work. warning message. Yeah, we understand. You can't haircut it. It's going to look for, if I haircut this, it's going to move the seam into its limit. Because I've literally got 6.5, more than 6.5 inch. What's interesting here is here's our waste material. You can see that we're really even there, meaning we're getting through it. I know that there's a little bow in the material itself, so I'm a bit nervous about that, and I'm really tempted to surface this first. But I think we've come this far, so let's close this. Let's edit this. Let's take a last look. Ramping in. Roll position 3.45. That's going to get me just clear of the material. Like I said, I can see a small amount of belly in the material, but I think I'll just clear it. Profile 2. Save C. Calculate. Warning message, we know. That's what I'm trying to illustrate. That surface, we're getting just through it. A lot of passes, very little lateral force on the work. The next view is going to be from the GoPro, so see what happens.
If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Let's see what happens. Got enough of it hanging out. We're stressing it very little. We're coming from here to here. That length just exceeds that march length. We know where our tool is. Let's just see what happens.
hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it.
So shift this up over a little bit. think we touched the spoil board very much at all. We turned the vacuum off. Okay, brought the decibel level way down. Yeah, we cut into a little bit. We had a little extra, which is what we had planned. Let's see if it goes all the way through, though, how even that was. Good. Yeah, it was consistent all the way through, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. We got a really good edge on this. So the next thing I'm going to do, and this will be easier, I'm going to pocket the inside because I've got the bottom side up. We're going to pocket that, and we'll figure out how we're going to pocket it and keep rolling. Awesome.
If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video.
Okay, so now we have a successfully cut billet, basically, that's 3 1/4. And the next thing I'm going to do is pocket what is the underside. I've got my surfacing bit here, so I'm going to create a pocket in the underside of this. And let's make the tool path.
All right, let's create a pocketing tool path, and what we'll do for that is let's pull up, obviously, V-carve. So this worked out really successfully. Thankfully, we couldn't have been any closer. Actually, the collet was making contact right in this area. Actually, no, making contact right in this area. Just skimming it. Couldn't even tell, but it was. Okay, so now we've got a perfect piece that is, well, so far we have a perfect piece. And that piece is 36 by 30. It's 36 by 30. So let's move this to a new layer. Let's call it profile, just so we can get it off we're going to move it to that layer. Yeah, so it's no longer on layer 1. It's on the profile layer. So on layer 1 now, we're going to create a pocketing toolpath. And now it's the time to figure out how far back those wheels need to be, which isn't such a big deal. But I think what we'll do is it's more important to determine the depth of our pocket. However, our workpiece isn't perfectly flat, is the bottom line. So I do want to flatten it just for the sake of, well, we can flatten it, is the bottom line. So I'm going to create a vector starting in the 0, 0. That's going to be 37 by 31. Actually, let's start at negative 0.25 and negative 0.25. Let's see if that'll work. And then let's go to 36.5 and 30.5. Yeah, that should allow our tool to get off the workpiece completely, that extra 1/4 inch, so that we completely level it. And we're not going to take much off at all. So close. We don't need any more vectors. We've got a vector. Let's make a pocket. Now, we remembered our surfacing bit, which is really nice. However, we're still dealing with a 3 1/4 inch thick item. That's fine. Our cut depth, let's try 0.05. That should be enough. And we will raster cut this. We will plunge. Our safe Z is 3.45. I know that works because that's what we used on the profile. It gets the bit right over the workpiece. And in fact, right now we're sitting at 3.45 and 50 thousandths is good. So we're going to take 50 thousandths off. I really would think that's going to be a single pass. Yeah, let's just leave it at a single pass. So let's calculate this. I think our workpiece is still told it's larger than it actually is. So let's go back over here. We're going to go, no, actually, I like it. I like it just how it is. That way we can see it fall off the end of the workpiece. So let's close this and let's take a look at our set. The fact that our material thickness is 3.25 doesn't matter. We're still machined to the machine bed. Gap above material, Z gap above material. Okay, this is all, I think, good. Now, let's edit this toolpath to see what we've done. We're going to take 50 thousandths off. We've got our surfacing end mill. We're going to raster cut in a single pass. We're going to ramp in. We've got a home position, which all looks good. Let's calculate that. Let's preview. Oh, that's going to take a month. I'm sorry, yeah, we had our ramp speed was really low. So we're surfacing this. Wasn't planning on surfacing it, but I wasn't planning on it being bowed either. Yeah, the tiny little artifacts that we have here, that's going to be okay because we're coming off the workpiece. I think it's going to be okay. No, we're going to make this wider. I want to completely exit the workpiece. So close, edit toolpath. Oh no, we have to edit our vector. We're going to, let's make this 0.5 because I know we'll get there. Negative 0.5. Then we're going to make our width 37 and 31. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, we should have no problem getting there with the tool. Close. The key is you need to edit the toolpath, not click on toolpath operation. That's what I've been doing incorrectly in the past. So let's recalculate this for the larger size. 2D view, close. Let's uncheck that. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, exactly what we wanted. 1/2 inch overhang. I think a 1/2 inch off the 0, 0 is going to be okay. We're going to find out. Close. Highlighted, edit toolpath. Now this time we should be able to air cut this because the bit is hanging off out of the collet so much less than it used to. Let's calculate that. Okay. Let's close. Actually, let's preview. That makes sense. Moving it out a little bit, you can tell. I wish there was a way to stop this while it was in progress. If anyone knows how to do that, please let me know. Making that cleaning pass, which I didn't expect. .3.2, 3.25, so 50 thousandths. Close. Let's save this toolpath. End mill. We're doing one pass. Pocket -1. Save. Let's see if we can air cut this. No, there's no way we're going to air cut this with an offset. There's just no way. We just don't have the Z-axis. because that's going to move it up to 5.5. Just no way. Well, we're going to have the faith that this is going to work just like it did previously. Pocket 1. No offset. Now, what do you say? Let's give it a try. Next thing is going to be the camera. Let me turn all the equipment on and then we'll move forward.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did. Hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it.
Okay, so we've successfully surfaced the workpiece. The only thing we for sure have to do now is give it a revised material thickness because the material thickness has changed. We're going to need to change that. We don't have to re-zero the Z, but we do have to correct the material thickness, and we'll measure that. In fact, I'm going to do it now, otherwise I'll forget. So let me do it immediately. 3.199. We're going to get this squared back up where we had it. I had to shift it off of the 0 point when I turned the vacuum off. So let's M2. Let's just move it down to 36, 24 in case I need to do anything else. 3.199 is what I said. Okay, we're in good spot here. Okay, got a good surface area now, at least well within tolerance for what we're doing. Okay, so we're not doing that. Not right now. Okay, so let's draw a pocketing tool path, and our piece is still 36 by 30. Oh, that needs to be called rename surface 1. All right, well we'll figure pocket 1. I want to call that surface 1. Hopefully renaming it doesn't cause a problem. I don't think it will. Surface 1, because that's what we did. Okay, so let's take this and let's move this, move to layer, new layer, surface. Okay. Nothing's on layer 1. Our profile with the epic profile is on profile. We surfaced. Now on layer 1 only, let's create a pocketing toolpath. And I think what I'll do, I want to obviously keep the wheels as close to the outside as possible. But I think what we'll do is we'll give it well, let's take a look. The issue is I don't want to see the wheels. I don't want to see the wheels. So let's switch to the GoPro view. All right, here we are trying to figure out the pocket size. And the idea was to not have the wheels visible, like in this sort of orientation. We don't want to see them hanging off the edge, so I want to have it held back. But the important part is how deep we're going to make this. Our pocket can be no more than 7/8 deep. No more than 7/8. So that's what we'll make it. We'll make 1/8 inch passes, 7/8 deep total. Seven-eighths deep. We're going to come over 1 3/4 inches. And then 1 1/4. That is not going to work. Oh yeah, no, it'll work. Yeah, that's going to work. So 1 3/4 on our 30 on our Y, then 1 1/4. We're going to make it 7/8 deep. So let's get back and draw that.
Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.